I remember we used to talk about the improbability of a soft landing, the improbability of getting this to land in some sort of nice way. And now that's the base case. Do you push back, or do you think that it looks more and more likely that we could get some sort of immaculate disinflation or a soft landing?
I think it's still unlikely. I mean, I think it's true that we're not going to go into recession anytime soon. The economy just has too much forward momentum. If you look at the Atlanta Fed now, a GDP now forecast, they revised it up by over a percentage point just in the last week. So they're looking for 2.1% growth in the first quarter. Before it was less than 1%, just on the back of last week's data. So I think the economy has quite a bit of momentum. I do think, though, recession is likely in the medium term because the Fed has to push up the unemployment rate by a meaningful amount to generate that slack in the labor market. And every time the Fed has pushed the unemployment rate up by more than half a percentage point, we've always ended up in recession. I just don't see that this time is going to be any different.
Do you think that when we look back from a historical perspective, can write the book on zero rate policies as having ended without any sort of financial accident that was material?
Well, I think all the things that we did to fix the financial system following the great financial crisis has helped a lot. I mean, the banking system's in much better shape, much more capital, much more liquidity, stress test, risk management. So I think the financial system is stronger now. And that's why the Federal Reserve is in some way in control of the process. Once the Fed achieves its objective, it can cut rates. And so if the economy turns out to be weaker than the Fed wants at some point, 6 months, 12 months down the road, the Federal Reserve can cure that pretty quickly because they're going to be at 5% in terms of rates. There's going to be plenty of room for the Fed to stimulate the economy. That's why Powell, said that the risk of staying too tight too long is less than the risk of not doing enough because the Fed has the ability to support the time comes.